Hey everyone, welcome back to my Uncodes. Lately, the internet's been buzzing with the AI arts, like the Ghibli worlds from the legend Hayao Miyazaki. A huge shout out to his genius. It inspired all of us. Even with today's crazy compute power, matching those magical images takes millions of dollars to train the models. But here's the exciting part. It all starts with GANs, Generative Adversarial Network, which is the base model behind all of these crazy, exciting, realistic images that you see online. In this video, we'll crack open the base model, the foundation behind creating these realistic images which you love. We will build our own image generator using TensorFlow and Fashion dataset. And in the end, we are going to deploy this model on Azure's cloud, step by step. No huge budget required, buckle up and let's create some AI magic together. So the very first thing we need to do is create our account on Azure's cloud platform provided by Microsoft. Now, note one thing over here that no cloud platform is providing its services for free. Either some cloud will provide a community version like Databricks where you can perform some basic operations to test the capability of that cloud platform, whereas some other cloud platforms like AWS and Azure provide some free credits for you to use their platform in order to see multiple services provided by them. So in Azure, we are getting $200 free credit that you have to use in the first month of creating your account. So make sure that you are creating your account while you are watching this video. If you have already created your account, you probably used your credit. In that case, it will cost you some money to run your Python scripts over here. Regardless of that, I assume that you have not created your account and I will click on this try Azure for free. Once I do that, it will ask me to log in. So I will log in with my basic credentials right over here. And once I am done with that, I will be basically able to sign up. So you have to do the same steps. So let's do that and see what it looks like after getting signed up. So yeah, as you can see, I have successfully created my account over here on Azure. Now, one thing to note is that it will also ask for your card details. And to be precise, you should only have the 4 card type, which is Visa, American Express, MasterCard, and Discover. If you don't have any of these cards, make sure you make a friend who is rich enough to have one of these cards. Okay. And after that, you will see such portal over here. And all you need to do is you need to click on go to Azure's portal. It might ask for a sign in. So yeah, you have to do that as well. Now I will get out of this, and this is my Azure platform looks in the starting. So I hope you will also see something like this till now. And I understand, guys, some of you might not have the power of having a credit card or a debit card of these 4 types, and it's completely fine. Even I was the one before some years. So what you can do is you can still watch this video and understand everything step by step. And in future, once you get this kind of cards and everything, you can also try it by yourself. So make sure to watch each step carefully. Even if you don't have your own card, you can still follow this series, this video, to get an intuition about what we are going to do with these kinds of platforms. Okay, so now let's see how to create our own notebook and compute in this cloud platform. Make sure to not mail me on my mail ID because it's my college mail ID. It was stupid of me to create my account with my college mail ID, but regardless of that, we can continue. So now you can see we are on this page, and I hope you are also on this page. And if you're not, all you need to do is you need to click on this and you need to come to the home right over here. So Basically, cloud is like you are creating a computer online, or I could say you're renting a computer online to perform some operations that you want to, rather than buying it out all by yourself and maintaining it. So it's a bit cheaper option for companies nowadays to use a cloud platform. In fact, most of the companies that you see right now, like Netflix or some other company, also use cloud platform to host their data so that their clients can use it. So over here also we are going to create a basic resource which is like a compute for us. So what I will do is I'll create a resource and I will search for machine learning over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a resource and search for the machine learning in this. So when I say machine learning, it should show me something like machine learning. Let's just wait for some time. Okay, so it is loading. So as you can see, we have the Azure's machine learning over here. So I want to create a compute for this. So I will click on it and yeah, what I will do now is that I will just create this compute right over here. Okay, so you can check, you can read this if you want to. Okay, we can also see the ratings over here and the reviews by other people. It got a pretty good rating, although we can see some people rating it below 3 stars as well, which is a good sign, but still, you can read. That's a good habit, but I will not read it for you, so don't worry about it. So now what we are going to do is, once we are done with this, we are going to create a resource for us. It will take some time to create a resource for us, so you just have to wait for it. Okay, so we have the Azure subscription one. Uh, we'll click on this only. Every workspace must be assigned to Azure subscription, which is where the billing happens. So we'll click on this only. And don't worry, right now, even if you have given your card details, it will not generate any bill for you because you will explicitly select pay as you go method in Azure in order to get the bills. So right now you're on your free credits, so it will not ask you to do anything. And for resource group, right now we don't have any resource group. So what we need to do is we need to create a resource group. And let's create a resource group with a random name. And for me, I'm gonna put that name as GAN Teaching RG because we are going to see generative adversarial network in this course. So I'll click on this and this has created a resource group. Now we have to give the details about our workspace as well. So configure your basic workspace like its storage connection, authentication and container and node. So what should be the name of my workspace? I can give it as fashion GAN workspace. Okay. And it will make everything else by itself. So container registry, I will keep it as none only. For application insights, it has created something by itself. Okay. So now what we can do is, I guess that's it. Now we can leave everything as defaults and we can click on this review and create button. So once I click on it, it will take around 5 minutes and then your resource will be activated. Okay, so the validation test is being passed and we can see the details over here. And now we can click on the create button right over here. Okay, so it will take some time to create this. So after it is created, let's see what we see. Okay, so now you can see our resource is being created. So what we need to do is from this resource, we need to go to our workspace. So we'll first go to resource over here. And then in this is the place for accessing my workspace. So you can see we have the other values over here as key wallet and then application inside storage. But what I really care about is the resource group which I created as GAN teaching RG and this file over here, this link over here. So I will click on this link and you can see over here I'm going to ml.azure.com and by this I will be in my workspace that I created while accessing my resource. Okay, so don't you won't get this, don't worry. So I'll quickly cut this off and you can see we are on this beautiful UI right over here. So before I create a notebook over here, what I would prefer to do is I would love to create a compute instance. And to create a compute instance, what we are going to do is we are going to first quickly create a compute instance over here. Okay, get started with Azure, choose GPU or CPU or anything else. No, 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 no. Okay, so we will create a compute instance. You have to go to compute. In manage, you have to go to compute, and from that, you basically need to create a new compute instance. Okay, so just cut this off. For the compute name, let's put the compute name over here as GPU, GAN GPU VM, or we can put it as CPU as well. Whether, I don't know, it will allow me to create a GPU. So in the free plan, it is not allowing me to create a GPU. So we will click on the CPU itself and we can choose any standard CPU as per your wish. Make sure that it costs money, not to you, of course, because you are in your free tier. But if you are not in your free tier, it will cost around 0.29 per hour, or maximum monthly cost will be around $215 per month. Okay, so make sure that it costs money to create an instance, but still we are in our free plan, so we will create our instance over here. So this is GAN CPU VM, which is the name of my compute. You can give a random name as per your choice. And I will first review it. And once the review is done, I think everything is set as it should. And I will click on the create button right over here. So once I click on it, it will take some time to create, to be precise around 5 minutes. And then we can see that what our compute instance look like. And from there, we can go to our Jupyter notebook to write our code. So yeah, now our instance is successfully up and running. Make sure it takes charges. So if you don't close it after using, you are going to end up losing all of your credits on just this small mistake. Uh, well, this was just my part of telling you. Uh, it's your wish whether you want to follow it or not. Okay. So how you will delete it? You just have to click on this and you have to stop and then delete. Okay. So make sure that it is deleted or stopped when you are not using or when you probably have to stop watching this video because of some reason. So at that time, you have to make sure that this instance is not active or running. Okay. So I will go to this Jupyter over here. I have to say, yes, I understand. And just like all of the others, I will not read the concerns or the privacy kind of statements over here. Okay. So yeah, I will say, I understand. And then it will redirect to me to a new page. And this will be my Jupyter notebook kind of thing, which is running on cloud, by the way. And you can see over here, we can either create a new notebook or we can upload our notebook over here. And this will show the running kernels and everything else, a basic Jupyter setup, which you have seen before as well. So what I want to do is I want to create a new notebook over here, and I will name that notebook as fashiongan.ipynb, because I want to create a Jupyter notebook over here. Okay. So what I will do is I will go to this new over here and I will create a Python 3 IPY kernel. Okay. Once I click on that, it will create a random notebook, as you can see, with untitled name. Name as untitled. So the very first thing that I would love to do is I would rename this as fashiongan.ipynb. And once I'm done with that, the name should be changed. So if I reload this link over here, you would be able to see that the new name of my uh, notebook will be fashiongan.ipynb. And once it is done, we can check this by basically trying to print my encodes is the best channel. I am sorry if I'm not. Regardless of that, you can see the notebook is running. Now, what is exciting over here, guys, that you are not running this notebook on your local computer. You are running this notebook on a computer that you created, on an instance that you created, and now the notebook is going to use that instance to execute the task. So over here, we are executing this kernel on this compute that we created named as GAN CPU VM, which is running right now. Once I stop it, this will not execute. Okay. So make sure that you know this basic things. And yeah, now let's start with the session of today's discussion, which is going to be creating our own GAN using a fashion minutes dataset to understand the working principles behind the Ghibli art or any other kind of image generation or video generation process that we see right now on internet.